1974. And since 1974, we still use the same recipe as then. So how are we gonna start? For a 1 kilo cheese, we need 10 liters of milk. And we throw the milk inside of the large container you see there. And then we heat it up to 29 degrees Celsius. After that, it's time to throw the rennet inside. So nowadays we use mostly plant-based rennet, which means that almost all of the cheeses are vegetarian. We have 2 cheeses that are not vegetarian, and that will be our farmer's cheese and the 4 different types of the smoked cheeses. Because for these cheeses we use animal rennet, which we get from the stomach of the cow. So back to the large container. After 30 minutes, the milk becomes a lot thicker. Looks like a sort of pudding. And we can cut it with the rotating knives you see going around in circles. Then we can separate it into the curds and the whey. So we get 10% curds and 90% whey. And because we don't want to waste anything, we give the whey to our animals to drink. We also make special beer out of it, our whey beer. From the curds, it's time to make the cheese. So we put the curds in this mold over here. And we're going to press it with this machine for 2 or 3 hours. And it goes like this the whole time. So after this, we created a round cheese. We're going to put the cheeses into our salt bed. So our salt bed is made with 20% salt and 80% water. And the salt gives the cheese a better structure, better flavor, and it protects the cheese. If you want a young cheese, we let it bake for 24 hours. If we want to create an older cheese, we let it bake for 48 hours. After that, it's time to put the cheeses onto the planks to dry. And we're also going to age the cheese. And how we age the cheese is by turning the cheese each day. It's very easy, just 1 turn. If you want a young cheese, we do this every day for 1 month. For a middle-aged cheese, 6 months. And for an older cheese, 12 months or even more. After this process, it's almost done. We're going to put a wax layer around the cheese. So this yellow layer you see, this is a wax layer. You cannot eat it, so you have to scrape this up first. And the wax layer is for protecting the cheese. So in the Netherlands, we used to cut our cheese with a cheese slicer. And it works like this. There you go. We also use a cheese grater if we want to prepare our cheese, for example, for pizza or pasta.
Nice.
Works the same way, but you get strings. So this cheese, the farmer's cheese, it's a young cheese, which means it's very soft and creamy inside. And you can also see it's very soft because if you press the cheese, you still see the holes inside are made. So in the store, we have mostly young cheeses to try, but also a few of the older cheeses. And how older a cheese gets, the stronger the flavor will be, sometimes even a little bit salty. And of course the cheese is going to be a lot harder. For example, this is a 3-year-old cheese. Should we hear this is very hard. So in the store we have 4 different countries where you can try the cheese. Most of our cheeses are made from cow milk. We also have a few made from sheep and goat milk. We have cheeses without any flavors. One of them is, for example, the Gouden Cayenne. We also have cheeses with flavors. Most popular ones will be the herbs and garlic, the cumin, the organic truffle, the green pesto. In Holster we have 30 different flavors to try. If you want to bring the cheese home, you can. Just keep the cheeses closed in the wrap bin, like how they are now, and they can last 1 month outside the fridge. The only one some of you maybe cannot take is the farmer's cheese. This one you cannot bring back to America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand and South Korea because it's made with raw milk, so it's unpasteurized cheese. But as I said, all of the other cheeses are fine to bring back. So I hope you guys enjoyed the cheese tasting.